is. I've never found a love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello everyone, welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I hope you're having a very, very good Wednesday. It is a very, very good Wednesday for West Ham. We're looking like signing another player. And this player that I'm going to mention, Lucas Paqueta, wow, I never saw this coming. I really, really didn't. I don't know where to start with this one. He's exactly what we need. And obviously the stats back up that in like on his stats for Brazil and Lyon and etc. He looks the real deal. He really, really does. Now, for me, where this has come from, I don't know. I have no idea. And like it's come literally completely out of like left field. But I think the Emerson signing has well and truly made this signing possible. I really do believe that. I think Emerson coming to the club yesterday, I think it was, and now we're being linked with Paqueta. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a number 10. He can play as a number 8. He can play as a false 9. He can play anywhere along that sort of spine of our team, really. And he's exactly what we need. Brazilian, technically good, good passer, good finisher. £40 million is a bargain. I'll speak the honest truth. And he's in London right now. His agent is looking to do a deal with a Premier League club. Now, West Ham have put a bid in. Whether or not it's going to get accepted or whatnot, who knows? But one thing I can't understand is the scattergun approach from West Ham at the present. I really, really can't. Like we're going for Vanaken 1 minute. Conor Gallagher isn't out the equation. And now we've put a £40 million bid in for Paqueta. Now, don't get me wrong, it's exciting times for West Ham. We need it. We need players and we need some depth. And we need some quality in our team and all, because especially the way we're playing at present is just not good enough. So for me, like Paqueta would be a really, really like marquee, top class signing. Like I think that would blow out Skamaka at the water as being the best sign of the summer. Even Aguerd, in my opinion. Like I think if we go and get Paqueta, then like the sky's the limit. Do you know what I'm saying? I do think Emerson is a major reason for this, though. As I've just said previous, I really do believe that. So it'd be interesting to see what everyone in the chat thinks about this, about Paqueta. Please do put your comments in and I will read them out and see what you're saying. But for me, £40 million for a player who played us last season. He only played one leg of a two-legged affair with Lyon. And I thought he was pretty decent, really. Like he didn't really tear up any trees. I don't really remember him sort of standing out massively. But what I do remember is he was very clever on the ball, and that's what we need at West Ham. One thing West Ham lack is creativity in as a number 10. Listen, Pablo Fornells isn't for me. He really isn't. The work rate's good, but the creativity is non-existent. Paqueta is the man for that sort of position. The only thing I will say is what system does he really fit? Is it a 4-3-3, a 3-4-3? Like, where does Paqueta fit in what system really? Or is it a 4-2-3-1? Now, I do think the Souček sort of ordeal saga, to say the least, is affecting the side because Souček isn't playing really, really well at the minute. But Paqueta coming in and having that sort of on the ball ability, like his vision, his passing awareness, and his physicality, I think will be brilliant for us. Like I do think if West Ham do pull this off, I think it's one of the best signs they've made for a hell of a long time. I really do mean that. And I'll be honest with you, for £40 million for a Brazilian international who can play literally anywhere from false 9, 10, or an 8, I think it's marquee. It's just a marquee signing. I didn't expect West Ham to go this deep. If I'm being honest, I thought they would just pick up some sort of players that are at other clubs that are doing not a lot. But if they do pull this one off, you've got to applaud the board and Kadinsky and everyone involved. You know what I mean? So it will remain to be seen. So I'll get into your comments and see what everyone else thinks about this, because it'd be interesting to see what you think. Let's start off at the beginning. Jim, I'm watching Gio's video with the stats. This guy could be what we need. I totally agree, mate. If he comes to the club, I'm not going to lie, it takes us up another level. Like, and I think it makes other players better. I really do. Jumbo, well done, mate. More dedicated than me. Fair enough. Who we signed on train? Possibly signing Lucas Paqueta from Lyon. There. Newcastle liked him as well. Apparently, so there's a fight on. Possibly a fight on. We can't get into a bidding war. I just hope Emerson can sway this geezer. 24 hours ago, we signed Emerson. And 24 hours later, we're looking at signing Paqueta. And I just done a space about an hour and a half ago, and someone said on it, why is it taking so long to pick this man up? Like, because he's been sitting in Lyon for all of the summer, and all of a sudden we sign Emerson, and then we're putting a bid in for this man. I do think Emerson has made this, really. You know what I mean? It would not surprise me in the slightest that he's said, right, I want to move to the Premier League. And Emerson said, well, why don't you come here? I'm here, sort of thing. And that's what it's like, in my honest opinion. Paqueta and Skamaka could be goals in our future. Yeah. Hi, James. Paqueta is the type of player that we have been crying out for. He ticks all the boxes for an attacking midfielder. Surprised bigger clubs ain't going in for him. Nor am I, really, mate, if I'm being honest. I'm surprised that no one's come in for him. Who would really need him? I don't think Man City would really need him. Liverpool, possibly at the minute. Liverpool literally struggling for that sort of midfielders at the minute. Arsenal have just signed Vieira from Porto, I think it was. Spurs are all done in that department. And when I look at the other clubs like Chelsea and all that, I'm unsure, really, why no one's coming in for him. But £40 million for a Brazilian international who could become better, and he's only 23, I think he's 23, 24, could be a masterstroke. It really could. Surprised Moyes leaked it to the press, to be honest. I am also. Like, for Moyes to come out with that and turn around and say what he said in his press conference, and if you haven't watched his press conference, go back and watch it, to say that West Ham had made a bid for him, and they was also looking at Gallagher, yeah, and Vanaken ain't going away either. I hope it ain't just a scattergun approach and just pick one out, like whatever one we can get, we can get. But it's promising signs. Do you know what I'm saying? And listen, I've been crying out for transfers. I've said West Ham need depth, so I'm not going to complain at all. I dreamt of Paqueta, but it won't happen. Too good. Defensively, he's good even. I don't know, Troge. I'm going to be honest. I think it could happen, you know. But do you know what I'm saying? I really do. West Ham, the agent's in talks, and West Ham have put a bid in, so there's got to be some sort of strong links there. Has to be. Like, West Ham don't go and just drop £40 million bids in for players if they don't fancy it. And I just don't feel West Ham have probably looked at this man, but just stayed clear of it for now, and all of a sudden now they're going in for it. The only thing I will say on this, yeah, is I don't want another Onana situation. Hell no. Right, you put the money down. If they want 40 mil, you give it to them. Yeah, none of this like dropping like they want 40 mil and you're dropping in 33.5 million pounds or something. Do you know what I mean? Just to upset the apple cart. So West Ham need to just get this done. He's a player that we all need. I agree. He's that creative spark. Brazilians always are. Like, they can turn the game on their own. So it is what it is. Like, let's get it done, basically. Yeah, he's an all-round midfielder, to be honest. Fair enough. This is a classic. All us getting excited, then he goes to Everton. I don't believe so, mate. Rich, I really don't. I think this is strong. Links are strong here with this one, and I do think that West Ham are pursuing this as sort of. I don't think it's. I'm hoping it's not a scattergun approach, but if he is the man that they're going after, I hope they just nail this geezer down. The one thing I can't work out is the Gallagher and Vanaken situation. Like, you've chased Vanaken, you put bids in, and then you're just going to not bid for Vanaken no more. You've just really upset the geezer by wanting to sign him, and he's told the club he wants to leave, and then you just say, all right, we're going to pull away from that deal. I don't know. The only thing I do know is I think it is West Ham are generally in for this man, 100%. Yes, Richard, I refuse to get excited now. Sucked out of me. Yeah. deal adds up to about 50 mil with add-ons. Yeah, I read something like that. But listen, if it is what it is, like West Ham fans deserve a bit of joy at the minute, and we need some players. Like, there's no two ways about it. And we've been crying out for a creative player for a long time. Are we selling Souček to Villa then? Now, this is an interesting comment. I've got to say, I do believe that Souček might leave at the end of the window. I don't know why. I've just got a funny feeling. I think with the whole contract issue, West Ham will want to cash in now rather than next year. Because next year he will only have 1 year left on his contract. So for me, I think West Ham are trying to get these players in to allow a situation to let Souček go. I don't think I think Moyes plays him because he just doesn't trust anyone else. And if we do sign Vanaken, Gallagher, and this man, where does Connor Coventry fit? Where does Lanzini fit? And where does Souček really fit in this? It's going to be interesting in a few days in the window. I really do mean that. Until this man signs, I'm envisioning Ross Barkley. Let's be honest, yeah. Paqueta is mustard. He certainly is, mate. Hello all. Hope you're well, Ian. I expected some signings, but not a spending spree like this. I agree, Crosshammers. I really do. I did not see this coming at all. I was expecting one more sort of signing, like Vanaken, and a couple of loans. I didn't expect West Ham to go in for this man and really show a statement of intent. I also do feel, with the way the beginning of the season has gone, I think West Ham are trying to boost their ranks. I think Moyes has sort of said to them, look, I am still light. I still need X, Y, and Z. And basically, I think the board are prepared to give it to him. Do you know what I'm saying? Because of what he's done over the last 2 years. So, yeah. I'll be so excited if we can get this deal done. So will I, mate. So will I. I really do mean that. Big Fat Frank is signing everyone we are after. They can have him. You know what I mean? West Ham Online says, congratulations on your 1K. I wasn't going to mention it because I'm not like that, but I will mention it. I hit the 1K last night, subscribers, so that's all good. And listen, I'm going to do a show with all the other lads when they can get on and can be bothered. And yeah, listen, I'm so over the moon with it. Don't get me wrong. It's been a hard graft. I won't lie. It has been a hard road to get to where I am now. And I speak to many people who was with me on my journey from the beginning. And they said, James, how far you've come over a year is unreal. And I said, yeah, well, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? You just got to crack on and do it. And yeah, we got there. So I really do appreciate everyone who is subscribed to this channel. Moving on. That's why I don't think it will happen. Oh, let's not be negative. I think Liverpool or Arsenal are about to poach him. I don't believe so, mate. I don't believe so. Arsenal signed Vieira, and you're an Arsenal fan. I know you. And I don't think Arsenal need a number 10. They've got Eldegaard in there. They've got other players who can come in there and do that role. I think this man comes in and starts for West Ham United, or he better start. Because if he don't, then Moyes is going to be in trouble, I believe. If I could choose from the three, Gallagher, Paqueta, and Vanaken, I'd choose Paqueta all day long. He's dripping in class. I totally agree. But what would you say if West Ham went out and got 2 out of the 3? Could happen. It could happen. If Paqueta wants 180k wages, pay it. I did see something the other day that he's going to be on £5 million a year. I think if I got that right, I might be wrong, so don't shoot me down in flames. But it's going to be on a 5-year deal. It's going to be on £5 million a year. So I think it's about 100 grand a week. I think. So that's what he's asking for. Moyes could be playing. Moyes could be playing us. I hope not, because I want us to sign Paqueta. He's way too good for Everton. I agree. He'll be a hammer by Friday, I reckon. Do you know what, mate? I've got confidence in this one. I had confidence in Onana, and right at the death. West Ham solid about. I don't think West Ham can afford to solid about now with transfers. I think they might have learned something from the Onana deal. They need to just get this deal done. Right? He's a top quality player. He's going to make us better. He's got massive sell-on value, and the way he has done for Leon, he's too good. Right? And I don't want to be rude with this, but he is too good for us. But if we can get this man in, then he's going to make us amazing. I really do. I think the creative vision of this man will make us go to another level, and it also make us play not down the sides as much, but through the middle of teams. Like West Ham just don't play through the middle of teams anymore, which is frustrating. He agrees. Let's have a look. Let's get down to here. Sullivan will do like he always does, 33 million plus add-ons. Yeah, I did see that, 33.7 million plus add-ons, unusual suspect. So I do agree with you on that. But I think Sullivan's got to get this right. I think he has to get this done. And Kadinsky. I ain't going to leave Kadinsky out of this. I think after the start we've had and the problems that we have, especially through the middle of the team, I think they're going to have to get this done. We've been crying out for an attacking midfielder for a long, long time of quality. And this man is just pure quality. Club Brugge have asked for more than Vanaken. That's maybe why, possibly. It wouldn't be a surprise if Liverpool, Arsenal, or his best mate's team, Newcastle, crashed the party, sadly. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Because I look at Newcastle today, they've just put in a £58 million bid for Isaac from Real Sociedad. So I think West Ham are doing this right at the right time. I think Newcastle are looking at other priorities. They've just seen Callum Wilson go down and he's out now. So they're going to have to go and spend big on a striker. So they've identified the Swedish international for that. Now, I think West Ham are going in there because of Emerson. I do believe Emerson is the key to this, mate. I really, really do. And I can't stress enough. If someone would have said to me 24 hours ago, we're signing Emerson, but Emerson's going to be an influence onto the Paqueta deal, I would have laughed. But now, the more I think about it, the more I do feel this is potentially the reason why West Ham have gone in for it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because West Ham have had all, as someone said on my space earlier on, West Ham have had all summer to identify this man. We've all spoke about it on this channel, on spaces, everything, yeah? And now, all of a sudden, we sign Emerson, and he's being linked, and there's bids going in for this man. So, yeah, I just hope no one comes in for him. That's what I'm going to say. If it's something like 180 million total, nearly sign. Yeah, remember, James, it's our beloved West Ham. Always drama with our transfer dealings. I totally agree, mate. I totally agree. I sat here and I was praising Onana, and within 12 hours of me doing that, and the next thing you know is he's going to Everton. So I totally agree with your usual suspects. I really do. But it has to get done, this one. This is one that has to get done. There can't be no excuses on this one. Like, I think West Ham just need to pay the money, get the geezer in, and also make sure he starts games. None of this sort of giving him time to bed into the club and all this crap like that I keep hearing. Get him in, because it's exactly what we need, and make it happen. As simple as that. Well done, James. You deserve it, mate, especially for including the Maverick Mitchell. But it looks like it's paying off. Yeah. It's been graft, mate. I won't lie. I will speak about it more at the end. Newcastle can have Gallagher if we get Paqueta. I agree. Let's scroll right down here. What we've got here. Hi, James. Hope you're well. Could this be a Rob Newman signing? I don't believe it is, mate. I don't believe it is. I just don't get the vibe of Rob Newman in this one. I feel this is like someone putting a word in someone's ear to say, like, do you fancy coming to the east side of London? And I do think Emerson, this could be something to do with Emerson. Emerson was there last year with Paqueta, and Emerson's just come. And I'll be honest with you, I'm quite surprised how well and how up for it Emerson is. He looks really, really up for it, mate. I've got to be honest. And I do think there's more to it with the Emerson thing. So I don't think this is Rob Newman. If this is Rob Newman and he's putting strings, then amazing. But I just think it's more Emerson than it is Newman. Has it been confirmed? It's been confirmed that a bid's gone in and the agent's in London trying to negotiate a deal. What we got here? Let's have a look. Let's get down here. If Paqueta comes to West Ham United and puts in the effort, could become the best player in the Premier League. His passing is just out of this world. And it is just what we need, isn't it? Like a top quality, creative, visionary of a player. I hope you're right, mate. I really, really do. Maybe losing the first 3 games will end up a good thing. Do you know what? I don't like to see West Ham lose any game But to lose 3 games the way we have, and we haven't looked good, I think this might be the kick up the arse the board need to say, right, stop poncing about with players and just go and get these players in. And I do think Moyes has probably said, I do like Paqueta. And let's be honest, West Ham would know and scouted Paqueta, especially with the Leon situation last year. So if it gets done, and I am going to be hoping and praying it gets done, I think it's the best sign of the window by country mile. Even though Skamaka and Aguerd, and I do think Aguerd's going to be top class for West Ham, I really do. And he's one player that I'm gutted that West Ham fans can't see at the minute. I just think he's just going to smash it to bits. Yeah. But if we do sign Lucas Paqueta, then boy, I've got every faith that West Ham are going to do amazingly well in all competitions this year. He can raise other players' games like Pyatt did. Totally, 100% agree on that comment. 100,000% agree on that comment. That is it. Like, I think he can make players around him so much better. Like Pyatt would get the ball, and you just know that he can turn bang average players into like well players. And I do think Paqueta can do that also. I really wonder if Moyes will know how to use these next level players. I agree on that comment. That's another good comment. I think Moyes has got to loosen the reins now. I think comes Sunday, he's got to start giving these players a go and trying something else. So, yeah, I do agree. Emerson is mates with Paqueta. I'm sure he can convince him. I believe he already has, mate. Let's get right down here. If I've missed your comment, I do apologise. I'm not keen on Emerson. Chelsea's 4th choice left back, I would have gone for Reguilon, who's not playing at Spurs. I don't think Spurs would have sold him to us, mate, Ollie, if I'm being honest. Spurs don't like dealing with West Ham at any time. And I do mean at any time. So I don't think that would have ever happened with us, really, us signing a Spurs player. Don't get me wrong, he's a decent player, but I see him get linked to go to Nottingham Forest. I mean, let's be honest, they're trying to buy the whole league near enough. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Top channel, top bloke. Cheers, mate. I really do appreciate it. What we got? Let's get down there. Spot on. This could be the best signing since Pyatt. Totally agree. He's got the ability to calm and slow the game down, which we definitely need. Yeah, but you're a fan of Souček, so like I don't know why you're keeping on Mitchell. You know what I mean? That is Mitchell, by the way. So anyone who wants to slate Mitchell, that is Mitchell. Paqueta coming to West Ham is smart for both parties. He can expand his game, learn and improve. And also, his name out there and won't be long. He had one of the top playmakers in the world if he comes to us. Brazilian playmakers. Trust me, mate, I've seen some of the best for Brazil. I've got to be honest. If he can be like them, we've got to play him, mate. Paqueta and Gallagher would be a dream. The Gallagher one is fascinating for me because that is like, that's not going away. That's like, you know what? That's not going away. Moyes is keen on this geezer. But the only thing with Gallagher that I just can't work out is you've got a man who wants to fight for his place, yeah, for the England side, because England are obviously going away to the World Cup in November. Where does he fit in the starting 11? That's the only thing I will say on that. Now, unless you're change a different system, playing 4-3-3 or something like that. I think Gallagher's a good signing for us for depth, but would he want that? What we got here? Let's have a look. Can see him getting a lot of assists and creating chances if he comes. His numbers would be right up there. Totally agree. Mitchell is a love slayer. Yeah, trying to sign another sub. Are we? Nah, Mark. I hear you, Mark. I really do. He can't be a sub, this geezer. And anyone who says he needs time to bed in, I feel like that I'm going to wring their necks, mate. Honestly, there's no excuse now. Like, this man comes in, he starts. It's as simple as that. All the things he rants about has come true. Yeah. How many more signings could you see coming in? I think 3. I think it's either 2 or 3 myself, but I think 3. I think if we was to sign Vanaken and Paqueta, then who else do we really need? We don't really need anyone else, really, off the top of my head. Maybe Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I've seen being linked as sort of like a utility player on a loan deal. That could be a decent signing. He's a local lad. He's from Goodmays. I'm sure he was a trialist or a youth player at West Ham before Arsenal snapped him up. So I've heard that being mentioned. So it remains to be seen. But between 2 and 3, I think that is us done. Nice show again, my son. 1K and adding. If we had Poch as a manager, we could definitely get top players coming as he is a winner. Moyes, no thanks. Now, definitely got to be Kadinsky's money coming in. I think Kadinsky's having a say on this, though. I really do. I think people at the club are not happy the way West Ham have started. I think like the money, like the checkbook's coming out, and let's be honest, we deserve it as fans. Like the last couple of years, we've done well. Don't get me wrong, and we've done amazing. But the squad depth has been unreal. Like youth players, 2 goalkeepers, and we need players. And I think it's showing now that the board are prepared to go, right, there you go. You tell me who you want, like we go after him. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm surprised we're not taking advantage of the free transfer market that we used to. I don't think we do, mate. I don't think we do. Evening, James. I just got here. What have I missed? Lucas Paqueta, Steve, is £40 million bid from West Ham. Hopefully, we'll get accepted. So, yeah, Lucas Paqueta, Brazilian international, attacking midfielder, creative midfielder, Brazilian. That's what you've missed, mate. Upon getting Emerson to sign, Emerson getting Paqueta to sign. Oggy for manager, 100%, mate. Oggy's like doing a master stroke in a minute. Well, let's roll right down here. I mean, we need another forward, in my opinion. I won't disagree on that. Seems like West Ham signed all these rejects from other clubs. Surely they pull off London, and the English Premier would be attractive. Gareth, just make sure you let Bowen and Declan go to the World Cup, mate. That's what I'm going to say on that. So Southgate. Oggy needs to come back into the first 11 super quick. I don't think he's ready, mate, if I'm being honest. Bonner. I really don't. Let's get right down here. Hopefully we get him as an impact like Payet did. That's the kind of player we need. He said he needs more Payets. Well, let's hope he's got one. I don't think is he as technically good as Payet was? I don't know, but he's bloody good, got to be honest. Right, let's have a look. Paqueta will lift people up from their seats. Watch this space. Great West Ham YouTube channel, James. Thank you very much, sir. I really do appreciate it. All right. Cheers, James. We'll believe that when I see it. East Side Views. You're back in the game, son. You're back in the game. East Side Views mentioned about Moyes for quite a hell of a long time. So he's back to talk about him some more. And Gareth said, laughing, love it. Great show, mate. Thank you very much. Listen, I'm going to leave it at that with Paqueta, but I'm going to say this about the 1K. Listen, I've got to thank a few people on the 1K, and like I will go through them all while I'm here right now. I am going to start off with Mitchell. Yeah, he drives me fucking mad, Mitchell. He really does with his negative bollocks sometimes. But I do love the kid. I think he's a passionate West Ham fan who really feels like for us, and he does travel home and away like everyone does, and he feels it. And I do. Listen, he's a passionate kid. You might not like his opinion, but ever since he's come on the channel, he has been a breath of fresh air, and he's the sort of person that will challenge me if he thinks I'm wrong, and I will challenge him. And that's what it's all about. It's about opinions on this channel. So yeah, I do rate Mitchell a lot. West Ham Online. West Ham Online. I like him for his enthusiasm. He's ever so positive about other players at West Ham. And his analysis of looking and pressing and the tactic side of it is very spot on, if I speak the honest truth. I don't like to let him admit that, but it is. And I do rate him. I do rate his opinion also. Lucas, my American brother. Listen, I used to do American Hammers late in the night. When I was off work and things like that, I used to go and do the American side of things and talking to Americans, and I've become very, very good friends with Lucas. And listen, Lucas is great. What I like about him is he will bleed claret and blue, and I love that about him. You know what I'm saying? He's not over the top, but he's real in what he comes across with. He's passionate, and when he's pissed off, We all know about it. Do you know what I mean? But he's like a gentle giant. But he's an absolute top class man. Obviously, Scotty Venn, who's in the chat, is great. Tom Affers is another one, like, who's absolutely top class. He's been on this channel so many times. I love him. He's another one who's like West Ham Online, very sort of good when he, like, reading the game and talking about the game. And listen, I love Affers. I mean, me and him do clash on certain situations with West Ham. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, again, that's what it's all about. It's about opinions. And listen, I don't want nodding dogs on this channel. I want people to disagree and walk away and shake hands and say, "Right, that is that," sort of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Charlie Walsh, another one. Hammers chat man, watch along person. Rate him highly. I really do. Charlie is not only have I sort of done things with Charlie on different channels and everything, but I rate the geezer, yeah, as a friend also. He's a top individual. Do you know what I'm saying? Love him to death. Obviously, Rebecca is involved in this also. And who else am I missing? Am I missing anyone else? I don't think I am. If I am, I do apologise. But listen, I do thank everyone. I really do. It's been hard. It's been an hard graft, mate. Trust me, I won't lie. I've sat up and I've literally spoke to people, 6, 7 people, like, and I'll be honest with you, and I'll be totally like real. When I first started doing this, and I was just sitting there in front of 6, 7 people and all that, it was hard. It was hard just to sit there and sort of motivate yourself. And there was times before where I just went, you know what, I'm wondering whether to check this in, mate. I'm being honest, because is it really worth it? But something just said to me, keep going, keep doing it, and I have done. And obviously, we are where we are now. So it's the only way is up for me from here. Do you know what I'm saying? And listen, the people that I've mentioned, I'm not going to forget people like Hammers Chat, West Ham Fan TV, Jake, Daya. I've met loads and loads of people. Jazz, who helped me last night get there in the end. Jazz has been a top class individual. There's been so many people that I've met on this journey. So yeah, listen. This is just my thing, and it ain't just my thing. It's everyone's thing, and I want to speak to people. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. As West Ham fans, we ain't always going to agree, but one thing we've got in common is we all bleed the claret and blue, and that's what it's all about for me. So yeah, and that's it really. We move forward. I see. Where is he? Just see this in here, so I just want to say, do you know what I mean? Tommy's in there, another top man, Tommy. Like this, I don't always agree with Tommy on certain things, but one thing for sure, he's a top fucking fan and a top bloke. I must admit, I'll give him that. So yeah, listen, I'm going to leave it there at that. Yeah, so Paqueta, £40 million bid is in. Will West Ham get it done? We need it to be done. There's no choice about it. We can't muck about. We need to get this done. And hopefully I'll be doing another video in the coming days that we have got it done, because we need this man at the club. It's a statement of intent from the board. There's no two ways about this. £40 million for a player of his class, and West Ham ain't stopping just there. They're looking at Banniken, they're looking at Gallagher, and they're looking at other alternatives. Says that they're not happy with the squad they've got, and they're still trying, which is good for us. It really is. So yeah, listen, I'm going to leave it at that. Enjoy your Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. And also, I'm going to say this, right, because it's just come to me. And the final word is on this. I got to the 1K, but there's one person who didn't get to see it, and that is Peach. I'm still gutted that he's no longer with us. But Peach, he would have been bouncing off like every Canada wall and every Canada street for me. He knew how hard it was, and him sadly dying before he got to see it is a really shame. It really is a shame. But from me and from all of yous, Peach, we got there in the end, mate. Love you. Take care, all. Bye.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.